Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Test Run. On today's episode I'm playing the Foodcoats deck that was all the rage at 2015 Netrunner Worlds. I'm going to be giving it a go against Hayley. My opponent does know that he's being recorded. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to mulligan this hand of basically entirely assets in one event, and let's see how it goes. I like non-standard, so let's see how it goes. Good luck, have fun. Alright, let's fire it up. So I think to start things off, we put maybe the Architect on R&D, we put the Eli on HQ, and then we click for a credit. So let's see what kind of interesting Hayley deck my opponent is using. He says he's playing something non-standard. I'm excited. Origami. 2 origami. Okay. He wasn't kidding. So let's put that in a new server. Let's use Jackson Howard to draw a couple cards. And then let's put the toll booth in a new remote and end the turn. Toll booth is a fine remote for any server, or a fine ice for any remote server. Apologize for the absence of content this week. My entire family's been quite sick, so it's been kind of a tough week for us. So I think we put that in server 2. We draw a card, and then I don't know what kind of crazy jank he's doing. So let's go ahead and put that in a new remote. End the turn. I'm looking for some Breaker Bay Grid. Breaker Bay Grid is what really makes this deck shine. So he's got a big hand size. I don't know what he's doing here. Probably some big like hyperdriver nonsense. Yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and res the Adonis campaign. Put that in a new remote. Draw. And then put that in another new remote. And we end the turn. Breaker Bay Grids would make this a lot easier, but, you know, you can still just do normal HB stuff with this. Alright. Just waiting on my opponent. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure what his actual winning the game plan is, but I think we need to get some double ices going shortly. Alright, so it looks like he's looking to check some servers. I can't imagine he's going to actually pay for that ash. Alright, so let's put that on HQ. That was the Eli to back up the other Eli. And then let's put Caprice in the server with Adonis, and then let's draw a card. Bookmark. Alright, so let's take a look here and see what we got going on. Alright, he's low on money. Res that. We'll hit the hedge fund. We'll put that EG1 in front of that newly resed Eve campaign. Let's hit Jackson. Probably should have done that first. And then we'll put the NAPD in the bin. Even a single breaker bay would make this a lot better. Okay, so I'm going to put this on server 2. We're going to put that in server 2. And then gain a credit. So I really don't know what this guy's doing. Because even with his very low amount of money, I'm just gonna next turn, yeah, he's gonna do the I have a billion clicks, and I'm just gonna install advance. Oh, yep, it's a foul stack. Okay, so no res. So the reason I did what I did is so that I can preserve the secret of my ice, so that he doesn't know what my ice is, and he doesn't have really any money. So now we start the turn, I get my money, and we install on server 2 and advance. So he's got a neat deck, but there's not a ton he can do here unless he's willing to pop the all-nighters to get through, because he's going to need to be able to get through the turn. I don't know, man. Only you can decide your destiny, Yugi. Alright, so we'll just score this Global Food Initiative. I'm still surprised I haven't seen a single breaker bay grid yet. Sure, let's start eating up some of those cards. Alright, so he let me fire the Architect, so I got 2 pretty good installs there. He didn't access anything. Huh. That's cute. Are you trashing? Alright, so I'm still not entirely sure how this guy plans to win with this deck. Alright, he's burning up the all-nighters. Alright, so he's gonna get some notorieties. That's a cute play. Okay, that's cute, I guess. So I got hit with an apocalypse, which I should have been anticipating, perhaps, but ultimately his wad's kind of blown here. And he still has no money and no programs, and he has to discard a ton of stuff, and he's got no cards in heap. So I'm not exactly sure what his play is. So we'll go ahead and make a new remote, put the NAPD in it, and advance it once. Cool. Put that on archives just to be annoying. Why not? So I put an Ash on archives just to kind of slow him down. He's got a clone chip. That'll be interesting. Spend that money. Yeah, and get rid of all your cards. Sorry, bro. Alright, so I scored out the NAPD and put the Adonis in there. And he's still basically got no money. I'll go ahead and res that. Trace 4. But yeah. And he's going to levy at some point, I'm sure. Or try to. Go ahead and put that on archives. And then gain a credit, gain a credit. So I actually was willing to put Turing on archives just because he can't break it with Faust. And then I just need to acquire some sort of agenda, and I'll be able to close out this game. Is he willing to spend an entire turn just on a single NAPD? He is. Okay. I'm okay with that. You can have it. So we'll go ahead and put that in the scoring remote. And gain a credit, gain a credit. Alright, he levied. So let's go ahead and get Ash out of the trash. Let's go ahead and put him in server 6 and the turn. Basically, next turn that I draw an agenda, I'll just windmill in. Though, you definitely caught me by surprise. But yeah. I don't know, he has kind of a neat gimmick deck, but as he's mentioning in the chat, he has to get the 3x notorieties also on the Apocalypse turn. So he has to, you know, precisely calculate out exactly what he's doing. He didn't do that correctly, so his deck kind of isn't working, which can definitely happen when you're playing this type of deck. I just need to draw into an agenda, and hopefully somewhere in here there's Breaker Bay grids. Come on in. Go ahead and put that on HQ. Let's put that in a new remote. Let's draw 2. There's 2 Breaker Bay grids. That's exciting. Installing some clone chips. And he's getting the engine going again for another big apocalypse turn. So what I'm actually going to do is before the start of my turn, I'm going to try to get back a Caprice, the Jackson that I lost, and an Ash, so that I can get a Caprice on one of the other Centrals. So we're going to go ahead and put that in server 6. We're going to put that in server 6. And we're going to call it a day. I don't think with what he has currently, he's going to be able to do anything about this. And with that, we call out the GG. Good game. I really... the creative space you are exploring. Yeah, I mean, this is, you know, maybe not a tier 1 matchup for this arguably very tier 1 HB deck, but it was certainly interesting, and he certainly caught me by surprise. Thank you very much for joining me on another episode of Test Run. I'll catch you guys next time. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on iTunes, as well as, of course, on YouTube. Take care, and we'll see you next time.